What's up guys, Ray from Barbecue Man LV back with another recipe for you guys. This is another one of our favorites in this house because you can make this on a weeknight. It's a really fast recipe. Taco bowls. Who doesn't like tacos? Who doesn't like burrito bowls? Those are things that we love, right? Well, we basically wanted to keep eating burrito bowls or taco bowls, but make them healthy and make them a way that we can continue eating them without sacrificing our program. So basically, cauliflower rice, which we are going to turn into some flavorful rice. And then we've got 93% lean turkey. This is ground turkey. We're going to use that to make our meat. And then a coleslaw mix that we're going to mix up into like a creamy coleslaw that we're going to put right over the top of the whole thing and have a delicious taco bowl. So let's get going. We're going to get this rice cooking. Really the secret to good cauliflower rice, guys, because everywhere you order it, it's mushy and that's terrible. The secret to it, cook the moisture out of it. Use the water, use what's in it when you buy it frozen to steam it, but then get the lid off of that pan and let the moisture cook out. It kind of fluffs it up a little bit. You don't end up with super soggy cauliflower rice. And then again, we're doing everything else like you would if you were making regular tacos, and then we're gonna put it all in a bowl and enjoy it. So let's get going. All right guys, so first thing is first. I'm using frozen cauliflower rice. I actually buy the big bags at like Sam's Club or Costco, but you can rice your own if you want. The pre-frozen stuff is actually kind of nice when you're making cauliflower rice like this because it has the moisture and it helps with the steaming process to get it cooked really quickly. I start with a really hot pot, guys. And you're gonna hear me say that a lot in a lot of the videos and things that we put out there because you want a hot pot. You don't want things to be sitting in a really cold pot and warming up as it cooks, and you end up it just doesn't cook the same way. So we're gonna get the cauliflower rice in there. Again, it is frozen, so it's gonna cool that pan down a little bit. It's gonna take a minute to come back up to temperature, but we'll keep that on high and let that get rolling. In another pan over here, I'm actually gonna start the taco meat. We'll get that in. I'm gonna get it seasoned with some Profile Fiesta blend seasoning, as well as some other of my favorite taco spices, right? So some chili powder, some cumin, things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this started over there. Boom, you just drop that in there. We're gonna break that up really well. And a lot of you that may be used to cooking ground beef, you're gonna find that with 93% lean ground turkey, you don't really have a lot of the oil and things that come out of ground beef. So, you might be used to that with your seasonings, will kind of soak into the oil or whatnot. Well, that's the whole purpose of using this 93% lean turkey is to keep the oil content down, keep the fat content down. You just have a much leaner meat. It's definitely healthier for you than a real fat heavy meat. So we're gonna break this up, let it start to brown on one side. While it's browning, we're gonna get our seasonings out that we're gonna use to season it. And what you're gonna see that I do, I put my seasonings on and then I will add a little bit of water in there with it. That'll kind of help the seasonings to break up and get in throughout all of the meat. First, I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of the Profile Fiesta blend. This is quite a bit of meat here too, guys, so I am gonna season it relatively heavily. So I keep lots of seasonings in the house. I am a seasoning guy for sure. Certain meals, you kind of wanna let your vegetables do the talking. In this case, I really like a zesty taco meat, so I use a lot of chili powders and garlic and just those real smoky, earthy seasonings in all of my taco meats. And I know measurement is important. When it comes to seasoning for me, I have a very difficult time measuring them down by teaspoon, tablespoon, things like that. I tend to cook by flavor, so I will taste stuff as I go. A lot of the recipes that I try to make, the real quick ones that we've talked about, they're recipes that are pretty cut and dry. You're using, again, your vegetables and things are what are gonna speak loudest in those recipes. But I will tell you, as you cook more, one thing to remember is always try your food as you're cooking it. Obviously not meats when they're not fully cooked, but try your food to make sure that it tastes the way that you intend for it to taste. Try everything. That's really a good key. So we're gonna let this meat cook down now. Let all the flavors get in there. We're gonna season up this rice. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna season it as if I were making regular rice for a taco bowl, which in that case, I would have been putting in a little bit of tomato sauce and some chicken broth and things like that. I'm not gonna put chicken broth in here. You can put tomato sauce in with your rice, with your cauliflower rice. It just takes a little longer to cook it down, but easily just add a little bit of garlic. You can put some salt and pepper, just kind of those same earthy notes. Sometimes, believe it or not, I will add a little like lemon pepper to give it that acidity to kind of balance out with the earthy flavors of the taco meat. But I'm gonna get this all done, and then I'll meet you guys back at the cutting board, and we will get this thing put together and make our coleslaw. All right, guys, so we're gonna put together the coleslaw. This is gonna be what we're gonna top these bowls with. It's pretty simple. It's just some coleslaw mix, cilantro, green onion, tomato. We use mayo, the avocado oil mayo, because it is a whole lot less when it comes to calories versus regular mayonnaise. So you wanna use avocado mayo. We also use lime. I'm not gonna put it in this time. I ran out of limes, but you can use lime juice in the coleslaw, kind of add some acidity. So we're gonna go ahead and get it started. It is really quick and easy to do. As you guys already saw, we already started the meat, the rice. That's all cooking. We're minutes out from everything being done. So we get this done right before that's ready. That way it's fresh and ready to go in there. Your cilantro, just kind of bunch it up. Get this out of your way. Kind of bunch it up here, and then you can slice it really fine. I like to chop it up a couple different ways. That way you don't end up with giant leaves of cilantro in your coleslaw. It's just easier to eat that way. All right, once you get it chopped up to where you like it, toss it right into your bowl. Put this here for you. What I like to do before I ever put any of the mayonnaise in there, I like to get it kind of mixed in a little bit. That way the cilantro's all down in there. Otherwise, which I'm sure a lot of you have experienced in the past, when you go to mix something up like this and everything's sitting on the top, you lose the ingredients. Right now I may be losing some of it, but not as bad as it would have been if I cut it all up and left it hanging out on the top. We're gonna do the same thing here with some green onions. You wanna keep them kind of small too, so you don't get huge chunks of green onion in your food. Get all of those in there. Then your tomato. Your tomato, this is really up to you. Some people don't like tomato in it. Just cut them up, cube your tomatoes up, and then what we're gonna do is mix it all up, add a little bit of mayo, and then we're ready to go. Then we'll get everything plated. I'm gonna finish this up, and then we'll come back and get everything plated for you guys. All right, guys, everything is done. We're gonna go ahead and get this bowl plated. I'm telling you, this is one of our favorites. So we're gonna load this up first with the cauliflower rice, then the meat, then we're gonna top it with the coleslaw and hot sauce, because I have to have hot sauce on everything. You can put cheese on this too. If you have cheese left in your day, you wanna add some fat to your meal, you can throw cheese on it, avocado, there's lots of options, but in this case, I'm not gonna put any of that. That's totally up to you whether you wanna use avocado or cheese. So I am gonna go ahead and get this thing plated. Again, we're gonna start with the rice. So again, you can flavor your rice however you want. If you wanna just have plain cauliflower rice, which is essentially just cauliflower, you can, but seasoning it up, putting different things in it, trying out what you like best. If you like cilantro lime rice, you can also do that with your cauliflower rice. Then the meat, again, because we're using that really, really, really lean turkey, you can go with 5 ounces of meat in one serving. This is more than one serving that I'm putting together here. This is gonna be something more that a few people can eat out of. So as you'll see, I'm really gonna kind of load this bowl up. So there's your turkey meat. And last, we're gonna put some of our coleslaw we mixed up right over the top. Again, the coleslaw is pretty simple, guys. Just coleslaw mix, cilantro, green onion, tomato, And then we're going to top this with some delicious garlic cayenne hot sauce. You can use your favorite hot sauce. I really like this stuff because it's not really that hot. It's just a lot of flavor. So we'll throw it on there. You get good flavor, some good color, and you're all set with an ultra low carb taco bowl.